Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Brooks. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
43, 15.
Now a give right side. It's Brooks. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Open man is Higgins. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
A gain of 14 and a first down, Chiefs.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Joseph. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Mahomes now to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Down, 90 Wolf. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters. Because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Topper!
Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
46 to Mike, 46. Let's go. Girl, 15. Pilot, 64, weak. Check 13. Check 13. Check your hot read. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Brings up 4th down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check. 44.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down.
Ready? 51 the mic, boy. 51. Pilot, 64. Weak. All day, every day, any day. Now.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes going to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. They find some open field here. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Able to fight through one tackle. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Everyone, what you got, Heavy? Give me something.
On first down, it's Brooks. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Yeah, and that was the safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Yellow. Let's go, D. Check.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Smoke!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Whip. Watch the whip.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Attack!
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Here we go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Check 99. Check 80 weapon. Put up. Fight.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got deep third, deep third. Single, single, single the slot, single the slot. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Blue draw Corkers.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hey, exit.
And the Raider first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Intended for Austin Eckler. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
There you go. Watch the roof now.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Let's get it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Clear.
2nd and 11. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real
and a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Brooks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57. Check.
They'll try and run to their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Ricky. Hey, orbit. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. You ain't doing nothing today. Ready?
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Stay with your man. Get it.
Looking to throw. It's caught by Davis. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Delta. Check the backer. Greystone, travel. Hit it.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
6-6, pull it high. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Go. Shoot.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the stop, Breeland Speaks. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, Ty.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
You got nothing.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up a throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
Protein spill. Ready. Hey, high 7. Mike, 51. In the face. 51's Mike. Mike.
Now back to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
At the Chiefs' 11-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Topper.
Going on the ground with Eckler. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, switch gears.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
43.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
First down, Chiefs.
Fight on these two. Let's go, Lou, Eddie. Hold up, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brooks. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up second and 11.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking credit. Mike, 44. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Bofo's the Mike. 22 jet bomber.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set up. 60 Pittsburgh.
58, right there. Hey, I'm coming.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
At the 32-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Tight dog. Look at me. Go. Shoot.
Running on first down, Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Ready, go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. There he goes, left side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
On first down, Brooks. able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So that'll back them up 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Chiefs, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.